Mr. I don't think there's anything you could argue with the content of the Labour Party motion. I think after 100 years since the democratic programme in the Dáil, child equality, as then as now, is compounded by social class, the C word that we should use more often. And this advantage is determined by political policy and postal address. Class or location should never define a person's ability to thrive, but class is an economical reality. And the consequences of class society is what I'm going to read out in relation to children. 130,000 children still live in consistent poverty, and this is disproportionately affected by single parents and traveller families, which was compounded by John Burton's policy on one-parent family payment in 2012. And many parents, lone parents, will never forgive or forget the Labour Party for them cuts. They were deep, they were social vandalism by the Labour Party, which was supposed to represent working people, but they stabbed people in the back. Just in relation to the low-wage economy and those who are living on the living wage, the working poor, which has effect on children. The other factor about the consequences of class society is the 3,500 children which live in emergency accommodation. And anybody would find that quite extraordinary and shocking that 3,500 children have no home, but they have a hotel to live in. And that's completely unacceptable. The trauma of that for them children is incalculable, and I don't know how government TDs can actually sleep at night when they know that 3,500 people do not have, our children don't now have a home. And then we go on to the services of CAMS, the waiting times for very essential services such as speech and language therapy and OT. And then the scandal of CAMS, where some children have to wait up to 2 years for assessment. And again, that is incredible vandalism that's done to children in a society. And even incredibly, in the Disability Act that was drawn from this Dáil in 2005, there are parents now bringing the state to court because of the Disability Act, because the Disability Act says that their children can be assessed in a certain amount of time, but the government cannot deal with them that 6-month assessment, and the government are actually breaking their own laws. So that's where children are at the moment. And I think, what does that say about Ireland? What does that say about the political establishment at the moment? And child poverty, and the poverty that kind of deals to every individual. And I think, as a revolutionary socialist, we have to garner the political upheaval of not only society, because in a society where these things become normal, where child poverty, homelessness, waiting times almost become normal, that can't be normalised. So poverty and the tackling of poverty is up to revolutionary socialists and the people out there that can actually tackle this crisis.